granary as we do go live.
Indeed. I'm actually going to watch Red Shock roll out just to see if he is faster than Gubbins. I expect Red Shock just to roll out bottom left most of the time. He kind of missed his first jump a little bit, so in fact he's missed his second jump up as well, so he's slightly rusty still on Demoman as we just see on that rollout. But Gubbins is much slower. I think Gubbins going left side. He's actually running up top, so Gubbins even slower than Red Shock. Where are the aggression soldiers coming in? Harblue's coming left-hand side. I don't know where Snippis is. I'm watching Harblu jump on bottom left, takes a scout down. That's a nice kill. Snippis jumps top as well, so there's both soldiers top. Spin does go down, so it's pretty much all out for damage control. Just 2 players left up for Pokemon now. Kyler wins a 1-on-1 versus Rake, and he's still on full HP, so Kyler could actually come in theoretically and get a lot of kills here. That's his second in the middle. Can he get any more? Kyler can.
Surely
30 HP. He's got 8 HP. He's got away. Can't quite do anything more.
See that? There's a spawn camping soldier. I can't believe Coins didn't see me what he did. Is that Snippis? Oh, Harblu, he gets taken down. Surely, of course it's Harblu. But I like the play from Harblu, but on the middle it's pretty much what we expected. It's just the soldiers jumping in incredibly high. There's nothing you can do about it. Harblu actually played like a roamer and got behind and helped with the spam as Snippis jumped in from the front. It was a purely soldier-dominated middle, as we used to see in Granary. As damage control start pushing in from the right, Haunter gets caught out, and so does Gubbins actually. That's 2 picks. As Snippets goes down in return, and there's a scout behind of Coins who gets taken down. And this is 3 for 1, and Darn's down as well. And surely the scouts, if the scout doesn't go down, he's useless, and he does go down, and it's only Evil Moon up with 75%. They didn't need to sack that. Evil Moon is so close to Uber. Are you going to get the Uber Saw? Rake playing very dangerously close to Evil Moon. They do take the point though. That's 1-0 to damage control, and it's quite fast round.
Yeah, Red Shock with some absolutely huge play out in that yard though. Like Gubbins was kind of out in yard trying to get out, and there was a soldier that Red Shock just juggled and then eventually killed, and then he just piped Gubbins, and it was literally just Red Shock dealing about 800 damage on his own, killing 3 players. Like can't really argue with that, can you? We are back on middle as Red Shock rolls out normally this time as well, trying to get some damage onto those scouts. Here comes both soldiers actually at the same time. In fact, a defensive jump from Harblu, trying to take down Darn as he comes in, and they do manage to do it. In comes Snippis trying to take down Evil Moon. He does. Big bomb from him, and that's 4 versus 3. In fact, 3 versus 2. Only 50 HP on Gubbins now, going back. And Gubbins another really nice middle.
Gubbins is behind them, and they know it. Spins definitely saw him. They're going to be expecting. I'm waiting for the huge air shot. Oh, Gubbins just walks into stickies. Where was the bomb, Gubbins? And it's just gone up, and he's just spawned, and this is surely going to be a second point for free.
Indeed, it wouldn't surprise me if Dan maybe went sniper and tried to get that pick. In fact, no, he's actually quite far forward as soldier. He might try and do a bit of spam or get some sort of pick out of this, as there is ×4 on the point. Full Uber up for damage control, and we'll see them wait for their spawns and then come forward as 6. Probably, I would expect just come out of one of the doors and just jump every player forward and flash pretty much everybody, so they get everybody in for free. But we will have to wait and see, as there is a heavy on the defensive team, of course. That is Kyler swapping off. It's kind of surprising to me. I think Coins might have done that instead. In fact, we're going to see damage control timing coming top, and Darn's kind of ninja around the corner. If they don't pop early, I think Darn might be able to force them quite quickly. There comes the medic. They're going to Uber straight in with a single Uber on the soldier. In fact, no, the demo man comes in as well. Snippis gets destroyed straight away, but Hardman does manage to take down Gubbins. That's a big kill. There's a scout 101 going on at the same time, and actually, this is a nice defense from Pokemon so far.
Oh,
there's only 2
so
players
weak.
left alive.
Oh,
Wow,
you know how you always say, focus the heavy. Kyler was on 20 HP, and then the fire stopped coming in. They changed targets to Evil Moon. They knew he was really close to Evil Moon. He actually has it now. But I don't know. They made a good decision to push in top. I like that. Actually, the damage control are contesting this. Oh no, Snippets might die though. I like the decision to go in top. That's what you do against the heavy. You don't have to jump him or anything, so you don't get denied. But now they're just getting close to the Uber, and the Uber gets forced from Pokeman. And Red Shock's desperately trying to get out. He does escape the middle with his life. And Harblu destroys Coins with a full buff, and actually gets out as well. Well played from Harblu. And they might push back in with this. Darn's in drop down. He's going to drop down on the spin. Gets a rocket. Oh, whips the second one and the third. Big plays from whoever that soldier was, blocking 2 direct rockets. And Darn's not happy about that with the chat.
And it was Harblu. Like Harblu actually got juggled into one of the rockets to save it, but then jumped into the second one. Wow, really clever play from him, and we'll see DC pushing forward with this Uber advantage and a 2-player advantage now, so they're probably capped second for free. In fact, they're going to Uber straight onto these players, but Septique goes down, so there's one less scout up. Can they get onto Evil Moon? That is probably their aim now. Haunter does get picked off, and actually Red Shot gets headshot, but Gubbins goes down as well. Will anybody go in now playing onto Evil Moon? He's on 80%, he takes a rocket, he's a little bit low, he's on 104.
Why is Don still sniping? Why is Don still sniping? That was very poor from Don. If he was a heavy, there was no chance they were getting in then. I don't... Like, he got the one pick on the demo, that's good. And then you go back, you change to heavy, or you change to soldier, or whatever. You can't stay sniping because you don't have the presence. And damage control just picking up on his mistake, walking in, killing Evil Moon before he gets it. And crits on middle, actually, but from Evil Moon. He's not healing anyone, so he's not building so well, but I think they're going to try and play defensive, bait out the soldier aggression from Harblu and Snippis, and then go back in with the big Gubbins crits.
Yeah, indeed, and they're actually playing quite defensively on the left-hand side, but no real aggression yet. Here comes Snippis, bombing in, lands straight on Evil Moon's head, 2 rockets, he's down. Now can they keep Spin alive?
Oh, he's going to get surely destroyed by these scouts, and he does. And it's just Snippis, and he's got 50 HP, and they probably know he's there. Yeah, they're looking behind the other scouts coming.
It's a big rocket though.
Oh, he kills one.
Yeah, pretty decent play there from Snippis. Eventually does manage to get 2 kills on middle, but we see Gubbins already quite far forward. Actually a soldier up top. Will that soldier get the Harblu? Here comes Harblu, I think into a soldier. Yeah, Harblu's on 2 HP. Oh my god, he gets out with the equalizer. Yeah, that isn't OP at all.
It's making bad soldiers look good. And he's actually coming in for the flank on the second, but oh, they backed out. Damage control can recap this. If they clear all the stickies, I think they're gone. But the soldier can come in from the balcony, possibly with a scout. The scouts are just plus forwarding in from the garage, but they do get the point, and they're just going to back out. Well played from damage control. They realise they have the player advantage. Walked in with the heals. Although you don't.
Harblu's making a play onto the medic. Evil Moon takes a big rocket, but unfortunately Harblu misses the other ones, and now we'll see. That's a pretty big player advantage. Harblu down, no pocket for your team. We will see Pokemon push straight in. Actually, one of the scouts is really low from damage control. Coins is going behind, but can't quite get in. There's quite a lot of players watching out for that play. But they do manage to pick up middle. The second point, oh no, they don't. As Uber comes in from both teams now. Kyler goes down, so that's a pretty crucial pick. But Red Shock does get picked up by Gubbins. Gubbins now really, really low, but gets saved by his team. And they should cap this second point. Meanwhile, damage control should just fall back and wait for their spawners.
I think Pokemon are just going to push. Look, they're pushing him from the left side from the attacker's perspective, and Don does a big bomb in to try and get his team in for free. And they've walked in, and Spin is getting so low. Spin goes down, actually.
Yeah, really nice play from Gavin.
The spawners are coming in, but is it too late? I mean, Pokemon have fairly... Oh, no, scratch, they don't have fairly decent health, and Soldier gets cleared up, and it's just a scout and a medic and a new spawner. And Evil Moon gets out though with 75%, and if this scout protects his medic correctly, they should be defending this, but Kyler's run off. Kyler doesn't want to protect his medic. Kyler's actually going for the back cap even. He's going for the med pick, the scout's not seen him. He goes for the scout kill, and then changes to the medic, and then dies.
Okay, a bit of a strange play from Kyler, but then the point is actually capped out. Don does come in and take down Snippers. The Uber comes in through Zed, demo down, that's Red Shock, and now we'll see if Haunter can get any more. There's a scout dancing around his head, eventually takes him down. Unfortunately, Ray couldn't quite get that jump properly, and actually Haunter with a big rocket. Can Scout... Actually, Harblu comes in from behind. Wow, was not expecting that at all. It felt like Haunter had done enough with that Uber, but the rest of his team were not there at all. There's a scout behind, gonna play good play for Spin. Can he get him? No, he can't. There's coins, eventually goes down, and this is a really, really strange play for Pokemon. They're just losing one player.
He's going for the back cap now. That was really well played from Septique and Harblu. Working really well together and just destroying the remnants of Pokemon on second. And Kyler gets Septique, but then gets finished off. And Darn actually kills Spin. I didn't see that. He must have been in a hidey spot. But he really shouldn't have got picked off there. And this is looking really good for Pokemon. I think it was because Kyler made the distraction. Damage control weren't looking at mid properly, and then Don just got in and destroyed Spin. So now Pokemon are going to be pushing to second, as they've got the heals advantage, as well as their 20% Uber advantage, which is going to make them feel better. And they might just push on to last hit, especially with that pick, because Red Shock's not up yet. They can get him for free, even if Don's not there yet. But damage control realising this, getting big spam on, but they're quite low. And coins goes down, and surely they're going to back off with that.
I don't know, I
Wants to
think
go.
they've got an Uber advantage. They know they've got an Uber advantage, but not by very much. So they're going to have to go in on the clock, I think. But here comes Harblue trying to force that Uber out of Evil Moon, but he doesn't actually hit any damage onto Evil Moon. He was just had forced to shoot other people. So, but Spin now, because of that, will get his Uber up. So quite a clever play from Harblue, delaying that inevitable Uber push, which is coming in now on the right-hand side. Scout coming in, manages to force that Uber, but the Scout should probably go down. Uber comes back in return from Spin. Scout somehow still alive. Red Chalk does go down to Haunter though, so unfortunately Spin drops his Demo Man during the Uber. But now it's trading frags left and right, and actually I think they should be able to hold on to this damage control as in comes Harblue off the spawn as well. Just the Demo of Gubbins left alive to deal any damage. They need to take him down, he eventually dies, and they're probably going to chase down Evil Moon as well.
He's got his spawners, he's going to get out. And if they come Z, they might be able to contest this, but with Red Shock here, surely he's going to get sticky there. Oh no, Red Shock's not there! And this isn't looking too good for damage control. They might get cleaned up here. And they do start getting cleaned up. There's only 3 up on damage control, and Pokeman might push. Red Shot goes down indeed. And it's just a Scout and a Soldier, and that's a Roamer in as well, so he doesn't have the shotgun. And Pokemon just streaming in here, and Spin goes down. Although, in trade for Gubbins there, so not too bad, but surely Pokemon are just going to keep up the aggression. There are spawners coming in from damage control though.
Yeah, but the Uber's almost there for Evil Moon as well now. He's on 80%. They're just going to keep charging all these players in. They're just taking everyone down one by one, and they do cap around that. So that's 1-2 at the moment in favour of damage control, and we're going to be rolling out to our 4th middle. And I think I might just actually watch Dan and see if he goes aggressively when he goes in this time around.
They definitely overcommitted on that second push. Though I think Soldier ahead was like me looking at the scoreboard and just going, oh yeah, we got so many up, but they were new spawners, they weren't useful. And then he got overcommitted, his team tried to help him, back him up. They got cleaned up as well. His Gubbins is really slow to mid actually. A good 2 or 3 seconds slower than Red Shot, but he kills Red Shot, catching them unaware, but then gets finished off by the rushing Scout. Spin gets destroyed. I'm not really sure what happened then.
Well, I was watching Dan from the whole of that middle, and he was just insane, basically. He jumped top right, put a full rocket into one of the Scouts, jumped top left, killed the other Scout, fell down, reloaded, came back, killed the medic, killed the killed the Soldier, and it was just pretty much over from that point in time. I didn't really see where the aggression came out from damage control, though, so they might have got a little bit focused in the wrong sort of areas, and that's probably why they ended up losing it. Dan does go down, though, trying to get too aggressive here onto the second point. Of course, Evil Moon did die, so they won't be able to get straight forward, and actually, in fact, damage control do just recap the second point now, and they're going to be able to push forward a little bit with Dan dead, and there's a Scout on Snippets on the left-hand side. No one's there to help him, but what a rocket from Harblue and Snippets, both of them. Kyler just eats them both in the face, takes them down, and that's a 2-player advantage now, and we'll see how damage control want to push.
They're very fast. I like how fast they're being. Pokemon, they're just keeping the momentum up. Harblue really aggressive. What? Killed Evil Moon and Dan. Oh, that was impressive. Very impressive from Harblue. As Spin pops off the Uber, it doesn't really matter. It's a free Uber, and they're just going to clean up the frags with this. It's a wipe. Apart from Kyler, actually. Where's Kyler? Kyler's hiding underneath the ramp room. But surely they're going to check this. Everyone checks this, and he does. He gets taken down by Septic.
Well, I want to talk about Harblue's jump there. Like, as soon as he came in, you were saying they were really, really aggressive, really fast. I don't think Pokemon realised he would just jump that far forward up top. Evil Moon was like 95% or something when he went down. He was just running up the ramp and just ran straight into Harblue. He didn't even know he was there. And Harblue hit like 3 rockets. Was actually aiming to kill the Demo Man, I think. And then Evil Moon just ran into the splash and got killed.
That was
unfortunate for them.
Big plays by Harblue. He's a roamer, he can see when there's an opening. He saw an opening and pushed in. But now, damage control are pushing him with the Uber advantage. They've got 30% advantage. If they don't kill this heavy fast, they're going to have to start focusing Evil Moon. And Evil Moon goes down now, so with heals it should be a clear point, and it looks like that way. As long as, if they clear up this heavy goes down. Actually, no. Wow, they turned that around. I'm really impressed. They didn't deal with the heavy with the height advantage, and he's just raining down bullets on them.
Exactly. Nobody took it in their took their time to knock the heavy off the top. So it eventually meant that the Scouts couldn't get on the heavy whatsoever when the Uber came in at the beginning. So everyone was focusing even slightly too much. They did need a little bit more focus onto the heavy, even though they did take take down Evil Moon, and that's kind of why you've got to take the heavy down first, even if there's going to be an Uber coming back at you. That heavy just does too much, especially up on that pipe, as we saw Kyler in that position. It's just such a strong position to hold from. But they do trade medics, and then they do hold on to their middle points, so we'll see what, if anything, Pokemon want to do from here. I think there's 15 minutes left, so they don't really have to start playing that aggressively yet. It's still currently 2-1 to damage control. In fact, damage control getting quite far forward with Harblu and Red Shock in that left-hand side. They're at 80% now. Harblu's going to come out beforehand, and actually Haunty goes down as well. Harblu gets flown in the air. He's going to go down. Unfortunately, can't hit enough rockets onto that medic of Evil Moon. And that means, oh, actually, Red Shock's just going to come out with a drop down.
I don't like this decision. Oh, he gets the Uber in time, but they're going to get a really late force. They don't have anyone to force the Uber, actually. The Uber does get forced, so the Spin's going to get caught out, surely. Gubbins is getting backed up. Spin's landing on a roller. Wow, Spin gets out. I think. He seems a bit reluctant to leave. He finally leaves. I'm really surprised. If Pokemon had someone with reliable damage, i.e. not a demo man, with that Uber, Spin would have died, and that would have been a clear middle. But as of now, damage control are going to contest this, and they're getting spawners, and they might just push straight onto second with no advantage they have.
Yeah, and of course they know they've got that slight Uber advantage as well, because they popped like 5 seconds, 10 seconds earlier. So they do actually have at the moment, it was a 15%, but now it's a 10% advantage, but they're just jumping straight in on the right hand side. Both demos come in, both soldiers even come in. Snippets eventually goes down, but trades for Gubbins, that's a big kill. That soldier's caught out now as well, that's Haunter. Can they get that scout gun and follow down the medic as well? Yeah, in fact they pop the Uber, can Evil Moon get his Uber? 99, he goes down on 99%. Brilliant play from Red Shock. And that's all 6 down, complete wipe, 3-1 this should be to damage control. Wow.
Dying on 99%, what can you do? What can you do? A quarter of a second.
It's painful for a medic in that sort of situation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't play medic.
I was thinking that.
As we continue on to the 5th middle of the game, as I do my maths. Gubbins is going bottom left. He's not been going this way normally because he's a bit too slow, but yeah, he's quite a bit slower than Red Shock actually. And he didn't take the initial sticky though. The scouts are quite aggressive for damage control actually.
Actually, there's a lot of aggression now coming out. Snippets, he goes in for the medic, can't quite take down Evil Moon, but here comes Harblu, hits one rocket. Oh my god, he can't take down Evil Moon because of a beautiful rocket surf and the health pack that Evil Moon picked up between Snippets' bomb and Harblu's bomb. And that's a full wipe. Wow, it goes completely turn around in that middle, and we will see
they're going to be
Pokemon pushing straight onto last already. Yeah, they are. They're going to go for it. 3 players coming out the right door into double soldier spam. The scout takes a big rocket. Soldiers takes quite a lot as well, but actually Darn is the first casualty rather than either of the scouts or the defensive soldier. And they're actually just going to fall back onto second because they haven't got any cap time on it yet.
Rake pushed out from the right door, I think it was Rake, saw the stickies, had a heart attack, like waved his mouse about, jumped through, and then Septique went through the same door and did the same thing. But they Uber in from the right side to Pokemon, and this looks like a clean-up. They've got the huge height advantage. Spin's not near the Uber. Spin gets taken down, he's just Red Shock and Septique. Red Shock goes down, Septique goes down, and 3 point.
I've watched Gubbins take pretty much 100% of that Uber and do 100% of 0 damage. I think he hit 2 pipes at the end and that was it, but it's still a cap to their team. The rest of their players doing the job that they needed to do, and it's 3-2 as we roll out to middle. I'm actually going to watch Gubbins. Actually, as I was clicking through, I see Red Shock failing his jump and getting a little bit caught out, so he's going to be a little bit slower than Gubbins, I think, this time around. Yeah, actually, it looks like he will definitely be. Both stickies going over the same sort of time. Red Shock takes quite a bit of damage that time around. And we will see how damage control try and play. The soldier bombing top right, really, really aggressive. That Snippets takes down Coins and then jumps away. Clever play from him, but they've lost so much positioning. Everybody's caught in that ramp room. So what can Pokemon do with the positional advantage? But no, Rake, Septique, Red Shock, and Rake again just come in and clear all those frags up. And just anything you can do, we can do right back at you, I think, is what damage control we're saying there.
I really like the play from Snippets there. I mean, he got a big scout pick. Oh, not a big scout pick. A scout pick. And then he got behind, and then they all, I guess the scout was screaming, soldier behind, and then everyone on Pokemon turned around, tried to deal with Snippets. Snippets went down, but then in came the scouts for damage control and cleaned it all up. And we see Harblu on heavy, actually. I think they're going to push from the top, but they need to deal with Darn as sniper. He's on the far right side, I think. Yeah, he's on the far right side. They need someone to jump that sniper, otherwise your heavy's a bit useless.
Indeed, but they also need to focus the Haunter as well. So they've got quite a few targets they need to take down here, but that heavy, getting an Ubered heavy in onto the point will really, really help. In fact, they're going to play it slightly more defensively. Rape does get headshot, but Kylo goes down in the end as well. So Haunter on that heavy, that's who they need to try and focus down now. He's just dodging around up top, and he's eventually going to get taken down. Just 2 players left alive, and there will be a heavy of Hardblue coming in, so I doubt anybody could do anything, and that's 4-2. Really nice round in the end for damage control.
It took ages for damage control to get forced as they came through that door. They were almost at the wall, like Spin holding a Zubo against a sniper, but there was no aggression coming in from Pokeman, so I don't blame him.
I would hesitate to say I think Darn's not quite drunk enough to be able to snipe. I think that's what it is. As we are rolling back out to the middle, I'm watching Retchok, who seems to be there a lot faster than Gubbins this time around, so I wonder where Gubbins is going. In fact, it looks like Gubbins might be getting one of these sort of buff and jump sort of rollouts as he is pushing down that left-hand side. Here he goes, jumps in, trying to do as much damage, focusing that scout. He's now above does manage to get 1 kill. Retchok doing as much damage back to the other team, actually gets a pain train kill as well as I click to that, and now we're going to see Evil Moon and Kylo probably trying to back away.
Harblue's
Evil Moon
behind.
back on the left.
Oh no, he's mispredicted where Evil Moon's gone, but that was a great middle from Hardblue. I saw him flying, he went so high in the air, shot a rocket down, but it was travelling at the same speed as him, so by the time it collided directly with the scout, it did about 100 damage, and then finished off with the shotgun. Excellent prediction from Hardblue, and then finished off 2 more players.
It's a very well played for second. Yeah, and actually, if you look at where Spin and Hardblue are now, they're above. They're trying to bait this out. What can Hardblue do? He does force Uber and kill Haunter and force about 4 multis at the same time. This Uber out of Evil Moon is disastrous. Can Hardblue... Oh, he gets a beautiful rocket onto the Evil Moon as he gets taken down. Spin falls out with the rest of the Uber, and Hardblue doing work.
Look at Gubbins' health, 11 HP, just sticking that point, no fear. And if they knew Gubbins' health, they'd be pushing in. Darn's coming the flank from Z, but he's 100 HP. Surely he's going to get finished up with the scout. Oh no, the scout leaves him. They're still clearing the stickies, and Gubbins is in spawn.
Well, they do manage to cap that second point thanks to that beautiful play from Hardblue, and they killed Evil Moon as well, so now they've got a full Uber advantage pretty much. Well, it's about 65%, so they should probably push pretty soon as they get that back. Gubbins comes in, he's going to get taken down. Kylo does take down Retchok though.
Hardblue's on last. Very, very
It's
slowly.
a back cat heavy. What can he do? In fact, the players now jump up to fight him. That was a bit of a strange decision. But we'll see a 4v4. Will they push him 4v4 here with their Uber? I think they will. Ubering the soldier and 2 scouts, trying to get straight onto Evil Moon. Evil Moon currently on 70% Uber, so he's going to try and back away and do as much as he can. But this Uber has not gone well at all for damage control. And I think that Hardblue heavy back cap probably didn't really help them very much.
They focused the medic too hard. The medic was so far out, and they only had 1 soldier. You can't do that in Granary. And they didn't get any kills, and they just got cleaned up. And Hardblue's heavy again on top. Almost kills the Darn, but then gets finished off. And the Uber gets forced by Snippers. And with that damage control, they're just going to back out. Snippers Spin with his 2 scouts. Actually, Retchok's behind with Rake. They're in garage. They're going into the second point. Rake's going for the flank.
And Retchok doing so much damage from Zed, trying to push them out, but Gubbins not really doing as much back towards him. Now Gubbins flanks around. Rake does eventually go down. Gubbins one-on-one versus Retchok. Retchok still hasn't quite killed them. The soldier jumps in and will eventually clean up Retchok, surely? Yes, and does Spin get out? I think he did manage to get out.
He got full Uber, and I'm not really sure what that was then. Like, Rake had... If Rake and his soldiers have pushed together, actually, ignore that. They've Ubered in, and Gubbins gets taken down with his Uber, and surely Darn's going down as well. And if they push fast, they can cut off Evil Moon before he gets in from garage. And Harblue's annihilated the scout, gets away with 19 HP, and then gets finished by Rake. Oh, they didn't cut off Evil Moon. I think Harblu should have jumped to them. But they're going to push on to last with this, try and get the force off from Evil Moon.
Yeah, this is a really clever decision. Now they've forced the Uber. There's a lot of time on that point as well. Gubbins is caught out, and they actually just capped it. What beautiful juggling. I don't know which soldier it was, but one of them managed to juggle Gubbins so he couldn't get on the point. And that is a beautiful cap against the Uber still up from Pokeman. Wow.
That was undeserved.
So it's 5-2.
I like the decision to go for the pop. They had 2 down, and Evil Moon was still backing out. They weren't on full full buffs. And Gubbins is going top. He's really slow, actually. But let's see if they do damage to Red Shock again. Red Shock's fairly low.
So I'm waiting to see where the aggression from Darn comes in. Actually, both the flanking soldier and the roaming soldiers trade with each other. Evil Moon does go down to Septique, just running in and taking him down. Can they keep Spin alive? I think they can. There was a soldier that managed to get taken down. One scout gets taken down. The other one's just dancing around that health pack, trying to go 1 versus 3 and possibly take down Spin. He's trying to flank him a little bit, which eventually gets piped by Red Shock. And that's another nice middle from damage control. And it's about 5 minutes left. They're 3 rounds up, and they've taken this middle with a full Uber advantage. So they should be able to take the second point as well. So it's going really, really well here on Granary for them.
I don't think there's much hope for my 2-1 prediction. I think we crossed that boundary a while ago, but I really like how aggressive the game is.
But Harp has actually gone to spy, even though they've got a full Uber advantage. So, and actually they've dropped a player as well and not paused. So, who is it that's dropped?
Oh, Darn who's dropped.
Yeah, Darn's dropped.
He disconnected. I think it might be a rage quit.
He does love his rage quit, doesn't he? But I'm still watching Harblue. Yeah, he's just about getting through. He's going to open that right-hand door now and decloak. Will anybody see him? I think Horns had just spotted him. No. Surely? Horns is just spamming rockets.
They're looking at each other. What? They're looking at each other and she's like, oh, hello, Scout. You've just died, but hey, that was a fast one. Harblue's coming in for the big pick now. Yes, the medic pick. Oh, Horns should have known better.
Right, so that means that the medic dropped and now Spin gets his free Uber. He pops it into all the players, trying to get the kills, but they have no scouts up now. In fact, they do have 1 scout up, but he's not near that point at the moment. Coins goes back, takes down Red Shock on the last point, and actually there's a scout of Kyler coming in trying to block along with Coins, and wow, Snippis whiffs like 3 rockets, and Kyler, beautiful dodging, stays out of harm's way, and that is a beautiful hold of the second point, and I actually just... Well, Darn's got Sniper, they've got Crit Squeak on Evil Moon as well. So I'm pretty sure this has become a bit more of a joke of an end of the game, but that's fine. It makes it more fun from our point of view. Darn's on middle, trying to body shot Rake. They're like just round the corner from each other. Hardly goes down, Sepsi goes down, and Darn gets the headshot.
And then taunts, the beautiful taunt. And then the Red Shock just walked past him, and he can't... Oh, Red Shock, the second taunt.
Okay, so the sniper from Darn, lingering on middle, he gets 2 kills out of it, and there's a crit squeak up from Evil Moon, so I'm going to watch Gubbins as he's pushing on the right hand side. A lot of players in forward spawn, so I wonder if anyone's going to be ready for this. Darn takes him down though, so we'll now see, I'm watching Gubbins' point of view, there's a Pyro up. Pyro versus Crit Squeak, they must have seen it. Let's see what happens now. Here goes the Crit Squeak. Pyro misses the reflex, and then Septique goes down. So, can Gubbins get any more out of this crit? No, it's already ended. Snippers gets in, takes him down, but that second point does get capped. The snipers are having a 1v1 machine gun fight on the left-hand side. Red Shock wins that one. No Demoman up for... actually, Spin gets an Ubersaw hit as well, as damage control might actually be able to hold on to this somehow. So the spawners are coming in, both their scouts. The Uber's going to run out now, but these scouts will come out the door. Give them a buff now, Spin, and this should be yours. But Coins 2 shots Rake, and then Kyler 2 shots Septique. Oh dear, those spawning scouts did not get anything done. And actually in comes the Ubersaw fight now. And this is such a weird defensive last. Will this happen? There's a spy coming in. Darn hits a headshot. Evil Moon eventually goes down, but Snippis spawning. Can he do enough damage with his rockets? I think he should be able to take the spy down, but no, Darn headshots him. Rake tries to do something, and that was the longest defensive last I've seen in a while.
Well, okay. I don't know what to say. That was so strange. I really like the scouts. Each chose a door and 2-shot the enemy scout, the defending scouts as they came out. That completely won them the last point. Well played to not the damage control scouts, the Pokemon scouts.
Harblue's actually the one playing Demoman. He's jumped behind. I'm watching Harblue as he's taking a trip behind. He finds the medic. Doesn't hit any damage quite yet. What can Harblue do?
For the big pyro
is he in a crater? He's on 2 HP. Oh god, this is... yeah. So that is probably going to be the game, guys, of course. This was ETF2L Season 14, powered by Twitch, week number 7. Pokeman versus
Damage
Yeah,
control.
damage control, as I forget that every single time, and now I'm watching a crits bottle demo man as Harvey's
The ultimate melee fight.
So, yeah. So would you like to give me an MVP here, Stark, for this match?
MVP. I gotta go with Harblue. Harblue played really well. I'm surprised by Harblue. He was hitting them meat shots and hitting surprisingly good rockets for someone with 120 ping, something like that. And I haven't seen the logs, but if I see the logs, I bet he's top damaging. It's usual for a soldier to top damage on Granary, or at least it's not uncommon, and I think he'll be at the top.
Yeah, I would agree with you with Harblue there. He did play really, really insane. I love some of the calls they did. You know, that call when they went up top with the two of them, and he just went 1 versus 5 with that Uber, but just forced so many multis and got 2 kills out of it. That was absolutely insane. So, yeah, Harblue. And what about the first map? We didn't really talk about something as we were changing our streamer. So I would, yeah, why don't you tell me what you think, Star, before I say what I think?
First map. I know it's boring, but I'm probably going to go with Kyler. Kyler's constantly making the big flanks, making the big back caps and the medic picks. Coins was also doing really well as well. I'm not going to give it to just Kyler, I'm going to give it to the combination, the scout pair from Pokeman.
Very diplomatic. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give it straight up to Kyler, because at one point he had 4 DOMs. I didn't talk about it, but he had 4 DOMs, and it was for a couple of minutes as well. It wasn't just like a little bit of time. He was smashing, so yeah, well played to Kyler. So this is an impressive win, I have to say, for damage control. I didn't really expect it, and I feel that this has definitely pushed them into the 6th spot. I don't think Quarantine can do quite enough tomorrow to be able to hold on and take that 6th spot away from them. They pretty much have to win. They have to win against CC tomorrow. So it should be a very, very good game. Please do tune in to Team Fortress TV tomorrow, guys. I'll be there with Zebo. Hopefully Lex on the camera as well. Do tune in on Thursday as well. We've got DJC along with Amara broadcasting BFF versus Epsilon. And I think that's pretty much the only coverage we got this week. In fact, I do remember one more thing. The B-Ball final will be cast whenever the game is organised. I don't know when it is yet. That will definitely be cast as well. But yeah, thank you very much for joining myself, Stark, and thank you to Truck as well for jumping in. Of course, Lex before that, and I hope you enjoyed this cast as much as we enjoyed casting it. See you soon on Team Fortress TV.
See you later.